Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some possible side hustles for 2021. So I've been compiling a list for the last few weeks of some options of side hustles that you guys could do for 2021. And I will leave some links in the description for anything that I talk about throughout this video if you are curious or want to see any specifics. So the first side hustle that I wanted to discuss was selling items, and this is something that you could do in multiple different ways. One of the biggest ways that I did this in 2020 was through Poshmark. Poshmark is a selling app that you can use on your phone, and it allows you to sell items such as clothing or jewelry that have been gently used, and you can also sell kids' clothes, which is something that I took advantage of in 2020. Another option would be Facebook Marketplace or Facebook groups. That's another area that I had a lot of success in. I would say I probably made about $500 on Poshmark this year and probably about $600 to maybe $700 on Facebook Marketplace, just selling old furniture or kids' items that are gently used. So this is a great option for doing a side hustle, especially in January when you're trying to declutter and get rid of a lot of items from 2020. Next, I wanted to talk about Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex is not something that I've personally done. However, I do have some friends that have done it. And if you're not familiar, Amazon Flex is a delivery service through Amazon that allows you to use your own car, kind of like an Instacart or Uber Eats, to deliver Amazon packages as a way to make extra income. I will link that in the description below as well if you're curious. But I think that would be a great option if you have some extra time. It appears like it's very flexible and could meet any schedule arrangement. So it's a great option. Instacart is a great side hustle option for 2021, and it's one that I've personally loved doing in 2020. I started in October, and I worked October through December and made about $700 through Instacart. I think it's a great option for somebody who doesn't have a lot of time. It's extremely flexible, and it's actually really fun for me. I enjoy grocery shopping. If grocery shopping is not something that you enjoy, this probably would not be the one for you. It is a little bit tedious at times, but I truly do enjoy it and think it's a great option for a lot of people. Donating plasma is another great option for a side hustle for 2021. Typically, you can make up to $60 per donation, and you can donate plasma twice every 7 days, which means that you could donate typically up to 8 times a month. And this is something that I personally did in college and really enjoyed the extra income from. I have not done it since. Unfortunately, we don't live near a lot of donation centers. If you're interested in this, I would recommend looking up your city plus plasma donation, and I'm sure that you'll be able to find a center near you. There's tons across the US, and I think in other countries as well. Babysitting is a great side hustle as well. This is something that I did a lot during high school and college to make extra income. And I think that it would be a great option for an adult as well. I know a lot of people, my friends that have kids that are always looking for trustworthy babysitters, and they pay pretty decent. So I think babysitting is something that kind of gets overlooked because it's typically something that, younger high schoolers do. But I think this could be a great option, especially if you have friends with kids that would be willing to pay you to be a date night sitter or possibly even watch their kids overnight or anything like that. Another side hustle option for 2021 would be pet or house sitting. And there's a lot of different options for doing this through a website. I know Rover is a place that I have heard of personally that some of my friends use for pet sitting. And that's a great option, especially if you love animals or have extra time that you'd be able to house sit for someone. Yard work is another great side hustle option for 2021. A lot of people are looking to outsource their yard work, whether it's gardening, pulling weeds, mowing the lawn, all of those items. a lot of people that I know personally do outsource that. And so I think that would be a great option. Another place where you could use Facebook to advertise if you're interested in doing yard work or snow removal or any of those items. I think that Facebook is a great marketplace for you to try to get customers. And I've heard of a lot of people having success with that. Bartending is another great side hustle option. I had a lot of friends in college that did bartending on the side to make extra income, and I think that it would be great for somebody who has a little bit more flexibility in their schedule and would be able to accommodate an actual scheduled job, like a more of like a second job. I think this would be a great option. Tutoring is another side hustle that I think would be great for a lot of people. I personally know a lot of friends who have been hiring tutors lately, especially because of COVID and their kids' schedules being disrupted. So I think this would be a great option, especially if you're somebody who's interested in teaching. I know there is some websites that actually do more formal tutoring, like VIP Kid. That's more of like a teaching app. There's a lot of different options. So definitely something to look into for 2021. Of course, Uber and Lyft, an extremely popular side hustle, a great option for somebody who needs flexibility. You do have to have a working car, and they do have some stipulations depending on if you're driving with Uber or Lyft. I have personally not driven with Uber or Lyft, but I did actually get approved to be an Uber driver about a year ago. I just never actually ended up doing it. I had found Instacart instead and decided that that was more interesting to me. But this would be great for somebody who loves to drive, who has a car, and who's looking to make a little bit of extra income. Surveys are something that I feel like get mentioned a lot on Instagram and on other side hustle videos, and it's something that I personally never really had success with before. But this year I was able to find an app that I really enjoy that actually has paid me out in cash through PayPal, and that is Surveys on the Go. I will link it in the description as well. But I have done that for a few months. I think I've made over $100. It's really simple. Most of the surveys are very quick. It is a little bit different because a lot of the surveys you don't qualify for, but even if you don't qualify, they still do pay you 10 cents, which isn't a lot, but it does add up. And they also do some product reviews. So that was something that I did this year. I got a review for a shampoo. I used it for 4 weeks, and then I had a survey at the end and I got paid $20. That was an awesome experience, and I highly recommend looking into that if you haven't already. It's a side hustle that you can easily add in with other side hustles that'll make you just a little bit of extra income. Another great side hustle option that's extremely flexible would be food delivery. So very similar to Uber and Lyft, you would need to have a working vehicle to do these. And some of the options would be Uber Eats and Eat Street. I have not personally done this, but I've had a lot of friends that really do enjoy it and can make a lot of quick income. It's a very quick pickup and drop off, so you're able to do more. Unlike Instacart, where you're typically in the store for a lot longer, it's just kind of a different option. And I think it's a great option for somebody who needs a lot of flexibility or isn't willing to take on a full second job. Being a virtual assistant is another great option. This is one that I don't personally have experience with, but I do have a friend who is a virtual assistant. I did ask her where she went through, so I will link that in the description below. This is a great option if you do have a little more flexibility with your own schedule, because I think that she typically does have more set hours. And so this job isn't as flexible, but if you have flexibility in your schedule, it might be a great option. And it's something that can be done from your home completely online. So it's a great option for somebody who's not able to leave their home right now or who doesn't want to leave their home because of COVID. This would be a great option to look into for you. So the last side hustle that I wanted to talk about today was dog walking. This is one that I have a couple of friends that do, and they recommend WAG, which is a website that you're able to advertise dog walking on. And then also I've heard of people using Rover for this as well. I think this would be a great option for you if you like dogs and want to get some exercise as well as doing your side hustle. I think it would be a really, really fun side hustle. Unfortunately, in my area, it's not very common. I do live in a pretty small town, so I think that this would be a great option if you do live in a bigger metro area and have more people that would be needing this kind of service. But I think it's a great option. So those are 14 different side hustles for 2021. I hope this video was helpful. Again, I will detail and leave links all in the description below for you guys. And if you have any side hustles that I didn't list here, please talk about them in the comments for other people who are wanting to add side hustles this year, myself included. I would love to hear what you guys are doing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.